Hi everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day today. So today we are going to be working in Matthew, no rhyme or reason. It's starting to feel like fall. And I've had these printables, I think these were from Keys of the Kingdom. I think they were from last year, y'all. So look under their autumn section if you want to find these printables. And again, I just printed them on just some copy paper, so it's real thin. I'm just gonna glue it into my Bible. But you know, it's fall, or it's getting there. And every time I think of fall, I think of this scripture. So I'm going to be doing this scripture. It's the Lord of the Harvest. So we're in Matthew chapter 9. And it's verse 35 through 38. It says, Jesus continued going around all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the good news of the kingdom, and healing every disease and every sickness. Y'all, every disease and every sickness. That's awesome. When he saw the crowds, he felt compassion for them because they were distressed and dejected. Oh, y'all, do you feel distressed or dejected lately? I know I have been. Like sheep without a shepherd. And sometimes in this period of time with the whole COVID thing and, you know, everything that's going on in this world, sometimes I've felt like a sheep without a shepherd. Sometimes I've wondered. I've wondered, I think, more this year than ever. Like, Lord, where are you? Like, when are you going to do something? What is going on? When are you going to take control? You know, I know he's in control, but sometimes I just feel like sometimes he just, and he could just let us to our devices, you know, like we want to sin so badly. Sometimes he just lets us over to our lustful passions or our sinful passions and just says, hey, you know, you guys wanted this. And that's kind of what I feel like we're in right now, even though I know that there is, a great uprising right now as well among God's people. And that's kind of what this reminds me of as well. So it continues. It says, then he said to his disciples, the harvest is abundant, but the workers are few. And I think that's where we're at right now. I think people are calling out to God, or people are searching for God, and the harvest is plentiful, but right now the workers are few. Therefore, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into his harvest. So that's my prayer for today, is we're going to, that the Lord sends out workers to gather his harvest, because I really do truly think we are headed towards the end. Well, of course we're headed towards the end times. We're always headed towards the end times, but I really feel like we're getting close, y'all. Of course, again, every day that passes, we are getting closer. So I'm right either way, but I really think we're getting there quickly. So, so today I'm going to be using these little printables that I cut out from Keys of the Kingdom. I'm going to be using this little stamp. I love it. It's kind of just reminds me of, I don't know, like burlap or something. It just scratches, but it kind of reminds me of like the fall weather. And even though it is getting to be fall, I'm here in Houston and it's still in the 80s, low 90s. So it's not quite fall here yet, but it's getting there, y'all. They told us that we're supposed to have a cold front coming in real soon. And according to them, their cold front is maybe, 5-10 degrees. So it still might be in the 80s, but hey, it's cooler than it is now. So we'll see. But we are supposed to get a cold front coming in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I did prep my page with some gesso. This is gonna be a simple page. I'm gonna be frayed burlap. That's what this reminded me of. I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress Ink frayed burlap. And I like just kind of squishing the color on just in a little general area, because I don't want it to be like, a big square like this. I want it to be, just hodgepodge, pieces. And so I'm going to just kind of, ooh, look at that. Ooh, I love it. I'm just going to be sticking these around in some areas. And then we'll put some other colors on. But just have fun with it. Again, it's all about just playing around, seeing what kind of effects you can get. I just, I love creating in God's word. I really do. And I know I've had some people ask about printing over God's word, and I totally understand that. Again, I am so blessed to have a variety of Bibles in my possession. And if I only had one, I definitely would not be covering the word of the Lord, because it is a holy book. Now, this, some people ask, well, you know, you said it's just a book. I understand the Bible is a holy, holy book. I understand that. But this is just paper, okay? I get it's got the Word of God in it. I understand that. And that is holy for sure. But again, if I only had one Bible, I wouldn't be covering the words, but I have a variety. So I do have a study Bible. I have a Bible that I read from, and then I have a couple Bibles that I craft in. So I'm very blessed to have a variety of Bibles. Living here in America, we're blessed to have multiple, you know, books, you know, we're blessed to have, you know, multiple books in our homes. Okay, so this is Rusty Hinge. And so, ooh, that was down there. Let's put some over here and here. I just want a couple different colors. Again, y'all know I like doing a variety of colors instead of just one color because it gives dimension to the page. But again, it's all to your preference. So if you don't want to cover the words, don't cover the words. Just you know, journal on the side. But I really wanted to address that. I understand that we all come from different views of that, and just do what you feel comfortable with and what the Lord is speaking to you about. If he's telling you don't go over the words, then don't go over the words. Just do what your conscience tells you to do. Okay, this is Wild Honey. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Ooh, that was a pretty one. Put some down here. I think that's good. I don't want to cover the whole page, which I always end up doing anyways. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. I love the thing with distress inks and oxides is you can just use some water and rub it right off. Okay, I'll put that over to the side. Okay, so let's let that dry a little. Let me grab my heating tool. I'm gonna dry this real quick so it doesn't smear. A lot of it will probably get covered with my pictures anyways. So again, we're in Matthew 9, verses 35 through 38. And literally every time I hear that verse, I think of fall. And so I always end up at this verse. Every fall, I do a fall page. I'm probably going to do a few more because I really want to try to get into the fall spirit. I'm going to have to do one with like a variety of leaves and stuff too. But this is the first page we are going to start on. And then in my Bible journaling class, I think we're headed on to another book pretty soon. So we'll be doing that as well. Okay, let me move that ink. Okay, let's grab the printables here. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this ink, which is brushed corduroy. And I am going to just kind of ink up the sides a little bit to get rid of any white showing, and to maybe pop this out a little tad. Because a lot of times when I cut around my images, I cut a little bit outside the image so I have a little bit of white showing. And then I'll just kind of go through and then ink it up a little bit like this so it doesn't look so white and stark. You can see the whites here, you know, because I wasn't about to go in and cut all that. No way. But you can still kind of go in and with some ink and get rid of a lot of that white. You can even color over it if you want, but I'm just going to kind of go around the edges here just to make it look a little bit more rustic, fall, grungy. We used to take our son all the time to the pumpkin patch when he was young. I'm sure a lot of you do that too in the fall. We used to go to the pumpkin patch. We used to go to one of those corn mazes out here. In Texas, we used to have fun with that, the corn mazes, and, you know, we'd hunt for the pumpkin for Halloween, and so we can carve it and get my, nobody else in the family ate the pumpkin seeds, but I did, so I'd scrape out the pumpkin and then roast up the pumpkin seeds, so loved doing that. So, of course, this reminds me of harvest time. And again, I'm going to be covering a little bit of this, but again, I'm fine because I have a Bible that I have, you know, just for reading and for studying that I don't cover up at all. Let me think. Maybe something like that. I also have, where'd they go? Sorry, y'all. Probably stuck my head in the camera there. I have some of these really cool die cut leaves that I had in a package. Let me see if I can find it. I had this little package of die cut leaves. I don't know where I got these from. Yeah, I'm not sure, but somewhere, because it's got a store thing on it. But they were die cut leaves. I got that one and this one. I'm trying to look to see if there's any other colors I want in here. Got some green leaves, some green ones, but I think I'll just keep these 3 that I have. Okay. So let me think here. Maybe just have them kind of sticking out a little bit. This one's got a little, maybe something like that. What do y'all think? I'll have to cut that part off. Okay, so let me grab my glue stick. So yes, it's harvest time, y'all. It is harvest time, and I think God, oopsie, not a lot of it was fully dry, but that's okay. It'll get glued on. So, yeah, every time fall comes around, this is the go-to verse I automatically go to, and I automatically think about in my head every fall. And I think it's kind of cool how God reminds me every fall that, you know, there's a harvest out there, and it's kind of like a good reminder for me to get myself thinking about that. Like, am I being a good worker for the Lord? Am I bringing in the harvest for him, or trying, you know, helping to bring in the harvest? Sometimes it's good to remind ourselves of that. And if you wanted to, for this little, these pumpkins in the front, you can glue these onto cardboard. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let me grab, okay, I've got this little cardboard piece here. So I'm gonna grab this, and I am going to glue this onto cardboard. And I think I might as well just do this one as well. We have some time. Let's do a little craft in here. Okay, so this is just a cardboard piece. You can save these, y'all. This is a tip that I will tell you. Anytime you get cereal boxes or stickers with cardboard backings or anything like that, save these pieces of cardboard, because they come so often in use for things like this, where you can, you know, pop things up or give them some stability. I use these in my junk journals a lot, these cardboard pieces, for spines and such. So, you know, save any kind of cardboard, but anything like cracker boxes, you know, any kind of boxes that you get at the grocery store, you know, cereal boxes, anything. That's why it's called junk journaling. I mean, this is Bible journaling, but when you junk journal, you use literally everything that you have, whether it be tin foil or, you know, boxes from food or what have you. Oop. Okay, so I cut that one out. Let's cut this one out. I'm gonna cut this little piece off. Okay. And I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors. A lot of people love Tim Holtz scissors. I have these. These are Cutter Bees, and I love these. It might not work if you have arthritis. I've had a few ladies ask me. Sometimes, you know, you can just cut around in general, and I like to do this because it's easier. You don't have to cut very, very detailed if you don't want to. Just cut, you know, cut a circle around the item or around the image, and then ink it up, and then it won't even, you know, you won't have all that white showing if you ink it up. But I think there are a couple scissors out there that some people use for who have arthritis, who say they aren't as difficult to use. So if you are familiar with that, you know, put it in the description box down below. Otherwise, you can get die cuts already pre-cut for you, or just print these on sticker paper, and then you don't even have to cut them out. You can just peel them off the sticker paper. You know, just cut around it and then just peel it off. And if it's clear sticker paper, you won't even see the background. So there's a variety of ways you can get around having to fussy cut things out if you don't like to do it or you can't. I totally understand because my hands are starting to get there, y'all. Okay, so what I'm going to do again, I should have done this the first time. You know, instead of doing 2-3 steps, you can just do one step. You could have just glued this onto the cardboard and then cut the whole thing out and not have to do it twice like I did, because I had to cut the paper out and then I cut the cardboard out. But I didn't even think about the cardboard until after the fact. I'm thinking as I'm talking here, y'all. So I like just doing that again so it doesn't look like it's like, oh, a piece of cardboard behind this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a triple pop-up. So I'm grabbing my Crafter Square pop-top tape. I got this at, where did I get this? Dollar store. So I'm going to grab my other scissors and I'm just gonna do that. So there's the first one. And then you peel this side off. You can use pop dots or this pop dot tape or whatever. But for from the dollar store, I've had this tape for a long time. I've used it. So let's see, where would we like this? Maybe like right there. And then this one's gonna go there. So I'm gonna double pop dot this one, if that makes sense. I'm gonna make a double layer. So here's one. Ugh, it's sticking to me. And peel the backing off. And then I'm going to just gonna stick that one on. Just went flying across my counter. Stick this one on. Ooh, and it sticks because it's a double stick. Each side is sticking to each other. Okay, then I'm gonna peel that one off. And peel this one off. And see, you can make your own die cuts. Easy peasy. So now I'm going to double stick that right here. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that on camera. I'll bring it up. Let me move that. Can you see the, whoops, let me move this. The double layer of the two, what are these, pumpkins? Gosh, y'all. But it's so cool. It looks really cool in real life. In IRL, y'all, it looks really cool in IRL, real life. Okay, I'm gonna chop that off. Aw. Actually, we could put, maybe just stick that back there so it looks like, see, nothing goes to waste. Nothing will go to waste, y'all. So this is gonna come back here so it looks like it's popping out from the pumpkins. Okay, so then we've got these little, oops, I forgot this one was gonna go back here. So let me see if I can carefully peel this from the paper. Let's get this. Of course, I'm gonna get glue everywhere, all over my fingers on this one. I'm gonna rip that little twig off there. How do we want this? We'll have to go like that. Okay, let me wipe my hands off here. And then these are going to maybe stick out like that and maybe like that and like that perhaps. Yeah. Grab my paper towel and then just kind of daub up all your clumps of glue. Oh, no, you are not supposed to be moving like that. And Now let's do this one. Look at all that glue, y'all. I know there's probably a way easier way to do this, but I like to do everything the difficult way. I'm gonna cut this little twig off. Ah, sticking, because it's not going all the way under. There we go. Okay, let me spray my hands and get this glue off. Y'all know me, I get really messy when I craft, really messy. But that's what makes it fun. I really do think I have more fun when I get all messy. Then I know I feel like I've accomplished something when I'm all messy. By the end of the day, I'm like, ooh, I did something today. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's way better. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I really like the three-dimensional thing going on right there. Okay, so I also have, this sunflower. Maybe can we put that somewhere? Ooh, maybe I should have put that down first. Let me think. And then the leaves over it. Darn it. Okay, well. Well, let me see. Maybe we could do like a half a sunflower like down here. I have these little rub-ons, so I figured, yeah, let's do half a sunflower. So I have, this was from, let me see, what was this? A Bow Bunny rub-on from fall, and I've had these forever, y'all, forever. So I don't even know if they sell them anymore. I mean, you'd think they would, but you never know. Every time I think, you know, someone is selling something still, I'd go and try to find it, and then it's like discontinued or something. So I don't want to say it's still for sale because I have no idea, but it's a Bow Bunny, and they had dragonflies, and I got it for 25% off right there. Let me find my burnisher. I mean, they usually come with a burnisher, like a little popsicle stick. You could use anything for burnishing, but let's put the sunflower kind of like maybe right there. So I am going to cut that part off because we'll maybe put that somewhere else. So we're gonna put this down. I love using transfers, rub-on transfers, because they're easy, and hopefully this will rub on and transfer. I've had these forever, so let's see what happens. And all you do is burnish it. So you rub it on like so. And they're supposed to adhere to your page. And you can kind of see when it's starting to rub off because you'll see it start to transfer onto the page. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the image will start getting gray, or like you'll see a faded image as you rub, and that means it's transferring onto the page. So let's see here. And then if a piece doesn't fully rub on, you just go back and rub some more. It looks like it's transferring. Look at that. Oop, that part did not transfer right there. Come on. Look at that, y'all. So cute. Okay, now let's get all messy again and get this. Oh, how'd these guys come out? They came right back out, didn't they? Okay, put you over there. Okay. But I hope you all are enjoying, hopefully, if you have colder weather, enjoying it. And hopefully this will remind you to think about God's harvest. Think about maybe what he might have you do this new season of life, because, you know, we're kind of going into a new season with fall. And again, the holiday seasons are coming up as well. And I know things start getting a little hectic and crazy over the holiday season, but maybe this will maybe remind you to slow down just a tad and think about maybe, you know, what God might have you do in this season. 'Cause sometimes we got to remind ourselves what to do in each season. And sometimes we need to take a breath and reevaluate from season to season, you know, whether it's like an actual season, you know, weather-wise, or it's a season of your life. Okay, I also had these little birds and flower or leaves and birds and ooh. Let's see. Oh, this one's got the colors. Ooh, I like that. But I love cardinals though too. We could do two birds. Have one sitting up here. I mean, then he's hiding all the pumpkins though. He could be standing on the pumpkin. He could stand right there on the pumpkin. But then his little tail, I could leave his tail out, sticking out a little bit. And we can have the two birds right there. Let's see, do these, oh, these already have little pop dots on them. Little hearts on the back, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna stick this little bird here. And we're gonna stick this little bird. And they're like 3D birds, kind of. They're double, parts of them are 3D. So it actually worked out. I didn't even think about how these would be 3D as well as my pumpkins. So let's see. We'll just stick him there. There are little workers, our little worker bees. Okay, and then let me grab some scrap paper. I always have scrap paper laying around. Let me move all this. Okay, so I have these, oh gosh, where did I get these? These are little stamp stickers, little alphabet stickers. And I think I got a couple of these from Tuesday Morning, another couple from probably garage sales or, you know, different sales. Let me just stick that on there so it doesn't get lost. Yeah, just keep your eyes open. You can find these for pretty cheap throughout, you know, different stores or whatever. But I know Tuesday Morning carried these a lot. Sometimes Walmart carries like little stickers like this, any craft store. But what I did ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me put each little one on, it says, be one of God's workers. And so I am going to, I think, let's do the rusty hinge because that's more of this reddish color and that'll orangish reddish. So let me test this on this piece of paper. I always like to prime my stamps and get them and try them a couple times first. So I'm gonna make sure I get these inked up really well. And then let's press it down and see how it looks. See if it looks straight and such. Okay, so the G in God's workers and this S was not coming out too well. Okay, so let's make sure we get those really inked up. So that's why I like doing this, at least on a separate sheet of paper. So then I know where I need to press harder or get more ink on or what have you. That G. I think that this G is from the other stamp set. So I think these other stamps are raised higher than that G, and that's why I'm gonna have to press harder for that G because I was looking for a capital G. So that's the problem with that one. Okay, so let's see. Let's put this right here. Okay, I'm gonna press hard on that G because that was not as high or, you know, as raised as these other ones. Oh, there we go. Yay, it worked. Okay, now we gotta let that dry, y'all, because, you know, I will smear that. So let's dry that. I'll just move this to the side. Okay, let's grab our... You could hand, you know, ink this if you want. If you don't have stamps, don't worry about it. You could use stickers, you could use colored pencils, you could use whatever you want. But I like it that it looks a little rustic and rusty, and I kind of like using stamps when I don't want it to be perfect because, as you can see, in some areas of my stamps, they'll stamp darker than others, and so I kind of like that contrast. I'm not the best stamper, y'all, so I'm just happy when they come out, because half the time they won't. But I think I saw a page kind of like this. I think it was done with pumpkins, and I'm not sure who did this page, but I remember the title saying, "Be one of God's workers," and that really stuck with me. So I really like that about the harvest, and you know, let's help God. Let's be one of his workers. So that's kind of what these birds represent. They represent the little worker bees, the little workers. Okay. Still, I'm worried about that little dark spot there, but we'll work on that. Okay, so then I had, where did it go? So I had this leftover. Ooh, that might work right there. That fits perfectly, y'all. Okay, that was a happy accident. Another happy accident. I love when that happens. So we are going to just use this. So again, nothing goes to waste. Even if you have like little scraps of something, you can always use them in some area of your page or on another page. Like I would, if I didn't use it on this page, I would have saved this, because who knows, I maybe could have used it as a background piece for something or whatever. I do not let anything go to waste, y'all. So anytime you have scraps or, you know, things, just save them, because you never know what you can use them for. But then again, if you're like me where you save everything, then your craft room starts turning into a craziness. Like I've got stuff all over, and my husband's like, "Why are you saving this little piece of paper?" I'm like, "Because I might use it someday." Oh, I love that. I love it. Okay, so I also have this Harvest Delights. Let me cut this out to see, because I'm very visual and I need to see where it might sit. So I'm gonna take these and stick these back in this here, because again, I will use these for something. These little dragonflies are super cute. I will use them on a page. And this says Tranquility, so I might just do a page called Tranquility with all these dragonflies. There, a page is almost done for me already, just by that. Okay, I love this Harvest Delights. So where would we put this? Maybe right there. Or do we want it up at the top, up here? What do y'all think? Top? Okay, let me put it there, and I'm gonna look at it from far away. Okay, I got those two across from each other, or bring it down a tad. And then I have kind of like a triangle thing working. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Okay, well, there we go. So again, sometimes it's easier to stand back from your picture and kind of look at it from a different perspective versus like being right on it. Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this, because I like that leaf kind of coming in right there. Okay. Hopefully it'll come off. Again, you can just do a whole page just with these little rub-ons, and you don't ever have to draw. You don't ever have to paint or color. You can just do these rub-ons. I've got so many, y'all. I need to really start using what I have. You would all be so proud of me. I have not gone shopping at all for any kind of craft supplies in the longest time. I'm actually very proud of myself. I have stayed away from all the craft stores. I've stayed away from all the Facebook Marketplace and sales, partly because I've been so busy with everything else going on, and partly because I know I do not need anything else, and I'm trying really hard to use up what I have. And I don't think I'll ever use up what I have. So let's see. Oh, no, some pieces are not coming off. Let's get them off. But it's like a feeling of accomplishment when I like finish something off and I can throw out the package because it's all gone. I'm like, oh, I did it. I finished. I used it all up. So it's kind of a cool feeling of accomplishment when I, come on, D. when I do accomplish and finish something. Whoop. Okay, that little piece of leaf did not come off. Let's see if we can get it off. And there we go. And then you just redo it. Oh, I love it. Well, there you go, y'all. There is our page. The only other thing I'm gonna do, I'll probably do my rusty hinge and date it, maybe like right here or right here. But be one of God's workers. So again, here, let me grab, oh, where's my pen? Okay, so I've got this little brown pen, the Lord of the Harvest, and I'm literally just going to go like this. Actually, I'll go like this. I'll bring it all the way across. And then do my squiggly lines, because y'all know I don't do straight lines. So I do squiggly lines, so it looks like it's purposeful. And there we go, the Lord of the Harvest. So that is Matthew 9, verses 35 through 38. And I hope that you all take this new season to enjoy the weather, but also think about maybe what God has you prepping for this new season, you know? Be one of God's workers in some shape or form. Oh, and you know, I do have to do a little, actually I'll do it with like a, let's grab, sorry. Where's the oranges? I'm gonna grab this little colored pencil because I didn't have an apostrophe. So I'm just gonna add that in, easy peasy, with my colored pencil. So there you guys go. Let's bring it up close. So be one of God's workers. I don't know if you can tell the 3D, three-dimensional thing going on here on the page, but it looks really cool in real life. We've got some 3D going on in the birds and the two pumpkins and then this bird. And y'all, I just realized these birds do have some sparkle on them. So again, another page which I didn't think I was gonna have sparkle on actually does have some sparkle. Can you see their wings? There's some glitter on their wings. So another page with sparkle. I don't think I can avoid it. I think I only have a few pages in this whole Bible with no sparkle on them. But you know, hey, apparently that's just my style. I gotta have the sparkle. Well, hope y'all enjoyed that. Enjoy the fall weather, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.